Good evening, good evening, good evening. From the Channel 9 studio, this is Sports Shop Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. And after all the months, close to 20 weeks of football, there was only one game remaining. And that one game was the Super Bowl between the Seattle Seahawks from the NFC versus the New England Patriots. Now, for some odd reason, the Patriots was the home team in this game. So, realize what's going on with you. So because they was home, they got to wear they white jerseys. Seattle had to wear their blue jerseys, and y'all know how I felt about it. Let's just go ahead and see if I was correct. Uh, so we had them teams, and it was pretty much a field goal. It was a field goal first half, dominated of course by Seattle. It was 9-0 at the half. Uh, the Patriots couldn't get no movement at all in the first half. Seattle got enough to where they got uh, the 9 points. No, it was a pretty clean game too, as far as penalties and things like that. So it wasn't like as if they was all pass interferences to get the Seahawks down the field. We finally got some scoring in the fourth quarter. Uh, we got a touchdown first by Seattle to make it 19-0. The Patriots came back and scored two touchdowns. Seattle scored another touchdown on a fumble slash interception. I thought it was an interception, but they ruled it a sack fumble, and the defense ran it in for the second touchdown for the Seahawks. So they had one offensive and one defensive touchdown. So the final score was 29-13. The Seahawks get the victory. Congratulations to the Seahawks. Congratulations to Kenneth Walker as he was named the Super Bowl MVP. Let's look at the stats real quick. Sam Darnold was 19 of 38, 202 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions, no turnovers. No turnovers for Sam Darnold. I think that was key to the game. Uh, as I said to y'all on Friday, the guy with the least amount of turnovers would win the game. And in this situation, it was Sam Darnold. Kenneth Walker, he showed why he was the MVP. He had 27 carries for 135 yards. Even though he didn't score, he kept the Patriots offense off the field pretty much. Besides them, having a lot of three and outs, uh, he was the key to it all. Sam Donald also had 5 rushing yards, but nobody else was really running the ball. They didn't need to run the ball because Kenneth Walker was the guy running the ball. The receivers, I expected Jackson Smith and Jigma not to be the top wide pass catcher today. As I told y'all, it'll probably be Cooper Cup, and Cooper Cup does lead the team with 6 receptions, 61 yards. AJ Barner caught the first touchdown in the game. Uh, he had 4 receptions for 54 yards. Rashid Shaheed had 2 for 27. Jackson Smith and Jigma had 4 for 27, and Kenneth Walker also had 2 catches for 26 yards. So that's what it was for them. Byron Murphy had a fumble. Oh, so they must have said it was an interception. I'm looking at it now. Uh, Hold on. Let me see if because it's not ruled a fumble. Was it ruled a fumble? I know. Uh, Drake May he had a fumble that was like about a 50-yard line. So I remember that. So I don't know if they called it 2 interceptions. Let's just look at Drake May's stats then. No, they called it an interception. Drake May was 27 and 43, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Uh, Drake May was also the leading rusher on the team with 37 yards on 5 carries. Ramondre Stevenson, he was kept in check, 7 for 23. Travion Henderson was 6 of 19, 6 for 19. Uh, Mac Hollins had 78 passing yards, including a 35-yard touchdown pass. Uh, Demario Douglas had 5 catches for 45. Ramondre Stevenson also had 5 receptions for 40 yards. Stephon Diggs was quiet, 3 receptions for 37 yards. Hunter Henry was 3 for 31. Uh, Ramondre Stevenson also caught a touchdown. So as you can see, Keyshawn Butte only had 1 catch out of 5 targets. And this is what happens. Going into this game, I stated that the defensive line for the Seahawks will be factored into this game. And in the beginning, it was more of the blitz package that was coming through and showing up in atmospheres. What's up, Chef? I did a whole meal for that beer. I'm sorry. My bad, Chef. My bad. Listen, man, that's why I tell you, you be chefing. But I didn't listen. It was sad because the game wasn't even as close as I thought it would be. Right? I said, okay, 23-17. I should have stuck with the 27-17, but I would have lost that too. But yeah, this was more about the defense, right? Sometimes we have to remember, we always say that being a vet, being seasoned, being a person of I would have said the halftime show, but couldn't. Yo, I'm not even. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't see the halftime show because I knew it wasn't gonna be in English, and I ain't got time to sit there and try to translate it, especially when they sing the song and I can't hear the song because they speaking. So I wasn't even trying to watch that, to be honest with you. Um, but it's something that's said when you go through the trials and tribulations, right? Not to say that Drake May didn't go through anything, but this is more about uh uh uh. That's a great question, really. This is more about Sam Donald, right? Sam Donald didn't have to do anything. He just had to make sure he didn't turn the ball over, right? And he was known for turning the ball over. He had 15. He had 15 turnovers coming into the game, uh, and all he had to do was stay away from the turnovers, and that's exactly what he did. Now we know in his prior years he would have came up short. He would have turned the ball over. He would have been looking horrible. I mean, he didn't look great, but like I said, because of the lack of turnovers, we understand that his team did enough because he didn't turn that ball over. But it's a redemption for him because you know I'm pretty sure a lot of people even going into this game doubted that he would be able to win it because he's Sam Donald and because of what happened in Minnesota last year and the previous years before that, maybe there was probably a lot of people that had more faith in Drake May than Sam Donald. So it's bad when you have like a bad jacket on you, right? People said you was done. People said you was washed up. People say you can't win the big one, but they can no longer say that about Sam Darnold because at the end of the day, he won it. He won it wholeheartedly. He won it not wholeheartedly, but he won it with no turnovers, no mess ups, no screw ups, no turnovers, no nothing. This is about him playing well enough for his team to to win a Super Bowl. Right now, Drake May, on the other hand, now is I want to see if they say he was seeing ghosts because at the end of the day, he had a horrible first half. I think they didn't get to Seattle's 40-yard line to like the fourth quarter or past it. They had like one red zone trip the entire game. You got to give credit to the castaways, right? The Demarcus Lawrences, the Big Cat Williams, and that line, Ernest Jones and the linebacker crew, right? You can't even say that the defensive backfield was even tested so much because there was nothing happening for the Patriots at all. To me, that's an indictment on McDaniels, the offensive coordinator, because he's supposed to have been that guy. He's supposed to make the adjustments. He didn't make the adjustments enough. He didn't slide the pocket over for Drake May. He didn't throw. Well, I didn't see not one screenplay at all for Drake May. He didn't make a simplified game for Drake May. He didn't allow Drake May to get that ball 3-step drop, you know, a slant or something like that to where he can get comfortable in the pocket to get a rhythm. He didn't have no type of rhythm at all. That's why you have an offensive coordinator. So the offensive coordinator is supposed to make sure that all of that is done for you. And when you go on the other side, you see Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak, now he's a Super Bowl champion. Now he's getting ready. He getting ready to take the job in Vegas. They had already predicted that he was going there anyway, and now he goes there as a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator. So now the expectations for him just went up. Why? Because he just won a Super Bowl, and he made Sam Darnold look like he's competent. Now I don't know where he's going to take the Vegas with him, but he got a lot of work over there. He got some pieces over there. He got Brock Bowers. He got Genti as the running back. So now you got to wait and see what they're going to do over there. But for here, he did just enough to where Sam Darnold was not putting the ball in harm's way. We saw in the first quarter he almost threw a couple of picks because they was jumping the routes and all of this other stuff, but there was no turnovers committed by him. And because there was no turnovers committed by him, he is now a Super Bowl champion. He got there before Josh Allen. He got there before Lamar Jackson. He got there before Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield got what he got four division titles. He got four division titles, and not a Super Bowl appearance. Not even getting out the first round. But here we go, Sam Darnold, the second quarterback picked in that draft. He made it to the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl. So y'all know the pressure's gonna be amped up. It may not be amped up on Josh Allen, but it's definitely gonna be amped up on Lamar Jackson because they both got Lamar got two MVPs of the NFL. Josh got one. So it's gonna be very very interesting to see what's going on as far as that, as far as those two quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield, he may be on the decline. I don't know if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could win the division. Carolina's on the come up. We got to wait and see what happens with Atlanta, and the Saints are the Saints. So we don't know what's going to happen in that division. So, but we do know in the AFC it's going to be a shakeup, right? Uh, we got to see what Josh Allen going to do with Brady, the new coach, and Lamar got to see what he going to do with I forgot the coach they just hired. But it's a new sheriff in them towns. So now we gotta see if the adjustment to the quarterbacks or the quarterbacks to the coach is going to be exactly what it needs to be. But congratulations to the Seahawks. They avenged the loss for the team in total to the Patriots. That crazy Russell Wilson pass 11 years ago. What was it 2015? It was a whole debacle, and now the Seahawks to say we actually beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So Robert Kraft there, I still think he should have been in the Hall of Fame. He's the only guy that can go. He can literally say that he's been to the Super Bowl every decade he owned the team. He was in the 2000s, 2010s, and now. So you can definitely put him, like I said, I don't know how he don't get in the Hall of Fame, but he's hiring the right people to get his teams in position. So, you know, it's just bad that the rest of the world don't see it. Yeah, they did. That's what I'm saying. That was a Pete Carroll thing. Now they done ran Pete Carroll out of there. Russell Wilson, he went there to cheer for the Seahawks. They probably like, we don't want your ass here. You know what I'm saying? They will want you here. So, it was bittersweet though, because like I said, in the first half it was very low scoring. It was more defensive. The Patriots did the best they could on defense. They really, really did. You can't really doubt Listen, they bent, but they didn't break until about the fourth quarter. That little play action pass, but that's what we have to know too, right? When you running the ball as well as Kenneth Walker was running it, you can get that play action pass. We, in the beginning, we saw him try to hit Shaheed down the middle of the field. It was broken up every time they tried to get a big play before the Russian attack was really established. It was broken up. Commander, what up, nine? Hey, right. So when but once Kenneth Walker started get it going, hey, you can play action. You get the little Cooper Cup 10-yard pass. You get the Barner running up the sideline play. You know what I mean? You get all of those things. You get just enough to keep that defense honest. And when you got them backpedaling, then you can run that ball, and that's exactly what they did. So they did just enough, right? They did enough to get the offense going. And then that once you get that big lead, then you got that defensive line that was just on the attack. Like I said, they sacked him 7 times. They got 2 interceptions. The defense scored just as much as the offense, pretty much, right? The defense scored. Just think about that. The defense scored just as much as the offense. The Seattle offense had 1 touchdown. The Seattle defense had 1 touchdown. You just had 15 points off of field goals, and that's how you get 29 points. So, I think the kicker he set the record for the most field goals in the Super Bowl, 5. So that's the gist of everything when you do that, right? Man, look, you can't. Now, will they repeat? I doubt it. I'm telling y'all that. I'm going on record right now. I don't think they'll repeat. That first of all, their division is tough. Uh, we believe that the 49ers are gonna come back with a vengeance. We believe that the Rams are still pissed off they didn't get that win in the conference championship game. So we already know those. Excuse me, those 2 teams alone was gunning for them. And then you got the rest of the conference. Will the Eagles win? Will the Cowboys win? We don't know. What about the NFC, the North? Will Chicago be able to repeat? Will the Lions get themselves together? Will the Vikings, excuse me, will the Packers avenge all of them? Or will the Vikings just sneak out? I don't see the Vikings really doing too much. I know for sure the Vikings are regretting now that they let Sam Darnold go, because now he's a Super Bowl champion and y'all just had him the year before. That's why, in business you gotta make sure you're doing the right thing. Do you pay a man $30 million? If you paid a man $30 million, your value could have went up, right? If you paid him 30 million, you could have been worth 10 billion. So you know what I mean? Isn't that worth paying a man 30 million if you become 10 billion because you win a championship? So a lot of business decisions, but they probably thought, well, we all was thinking Sam Donald's not the one, because everybody thought that in the beginning of the year. Everybody thought that till the playoffs. He had to prove himself. He had to show them why he was drafted so high. He had to show them that he had the qualifications of being a Super Bowl champion quarterback, and that's exactly what he did. It wasn't glamorous, right? It wasn't the 300 yards that I predicted, but he did enough. He did the one thing that I said he had to do. He didn't turn the ball over, even though I said he might fumble the ball. He didn't even do that. But Drake May did all of that. He fumbled, interception. He was under pressure all day. You give that defense credit. You give the defensive coordinator credit. I don't know if it's the head coach or the defensive coordinator was actually making the calls, but you give them credit, right? And now here we are. We're a season. Our season is over, and now we're starting to look at basketball, right? But what a season it was, right? A lot of teams we was surprised all season. We were surprised by the new champions, the crown champions, Seattle Seahawks. Nobody picked them to be in this predicament. Nobody picked the Patriots to be in the Super Bowl. We all said the same thing. Kansas City, Kansas City. We didn't know who was coming out of the NFC. People thought Philly would repeat. They came up short, right? We see we thought Buffalo was going to do something. They couldn't win their division. Lamar Jackson, this is your year. He didn't make the playoffs, right? We thinking the Houston Texans going to do something, but here the Indianapolis Colts win the division. No, yeah, the Jaguars. Excuse me, the Jacksonville Jaguars win the division, right? We've seen so many different teams. We've seen the Carolina Panthers remove the Tampa Bay Bucks as the NFC South champions, and that's why we tell y'all any given Sunday you can play this game. Any given year it could be your year. Your consistency pays off, and for the most part, the two teams that was consistent the most, the Seahawks and the Patriots, made it to the Super Bowl. But only one champion comes out of it. Only one winner comes out of it. There is no tie. You keep going until one is a winner. Luckily for them, they played all the way out, and it looked like the Patriots didn't have a chance. So that's the end of the season. We seen the ups and downs. We see some. We gotta wait to next year. We just gotta see. We're waiting for next year. And as I promised y'all, the next year we gonna have a fantasy draft, a fantasy league. Excuse me. We'll probably have the fantasy draft in August. I will keep you updated. If you think it's easy, it's very easy for us to have a conversation. Now it's time to put the talk into action. We get to pick our team. We get to make your team. You get to pick who you want, who you gonna put in, who you gonna play, who you gonna sit out, who you gonna play, who you gonna play against this team, who you gonna play against that guy, right? Let's get that going. We'll work on that in the future time, in the next few months. Uh, Me and my 33 brother, we trying to get it. We organizing the league as we speak. And like I said, it's going to be free. All you gotta do is say you want to be down, and we'll put you down. This is not this is not a the profit for us is going to be us having fun, seeing if we know what we're talking about. The profit for us is building a community to where we can sit there and talk. Damn, look, my team better than your team. I know how to draft. You don't know how to draft, or whatever the case may be. Right? Let's see if we can put our mouth where the money is, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you know, but like I said, that's 6 months down the road. That's after the NFL draft, which is in April. We can worry about all of those things then. But as of right now, Seattle, y'all celebrate. 12th men, stand up. It might be raining in Seattle, Washington, because Those that rain might be tears of joy because they brought home the Super Bowl 60. Is that is it's all said and done. So congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. Um, Congratulate the Patriots too. You know they worked hard to get there. You know they made their way there. I know people gonna say, well, if both Knicks played, they may not have made it. That's neither here nor there. They represented the AFC in the Super Bowl today. Bo Nix, he got to get himself better. Hopefully, he'll be back next year. It's a lot of people you got to worry about now that I'm thinking about it. Will Mahomes make it back next year? He had an ACL situation. Bo Nix had a knee surgery. Uh, it's just time to sit back and really look at these things. Those are two. Those are two people that mean something. They definitely mean something to Kansas City. Mahomes is the guy. Let's see if Mahomes can get back. If he does get back, I don't think he'll be back next year, to be quite honest, because he got hurt at the end of the season, just like Bo Nix. They said Bo Nix, he got a knee injury, so that might be 9 months. So he might make it back around preseason. But like I said, we'll get to all that and things like we'll get to all that next year. But for now, it's all about them other birds, those Seahawks. And the Seahawks, they like I said, congratulations to these guys. Very light day because they pay homage to the Super Bowl. Uh, in Boston, the New York Knicks went to Boston to play the Boston Celtics. The Knicks get the 111 to 89 win. With the win, the Knicks go to 34-19. With the loss, Boston goes to 34-19. In Washington, Miami traveled to DC to play the Wizards. The Heat 132. The Wizards 101. With the win, Miami goes to 28-26. With the loss, Washington goes to 14-38. In Minnesota, the T Wolves hosted the Clippers. The Clippers came out to Minnesota to get the 115-96 win. With the win, the Clippers go to 25-27. The T Wolves go to 32-22 with the loss. And finally, in Toronto, the Raptors hosted the Indiana Pacers. Toronto with the 122-104 win. With the win, Toronto goes to 32-22. With the loss, Indiana goes to 13-40. So those are the games, and those are all the games in of the day in the NBA. Like I said, it was light because it was a Super Bowl. Matter of fact, the Knicks and Celtics and the Clippers and T Wolves is what got me up to the 6 o'clock start time or the 5:30 start time because those two games was on national television, and like I said, it got me to the game. I ain't gonna sit there and rant about what the Knicks did today. I ain't gonna do all that. They won. That's it. That's what it was. Matter of fact, uh, going into tomorrow's. Thank you, Wizards, for freeing up cap space for us and taking street. Hey, atmosphere, man. Listen, and I think the most important part for you guys, I think you. I don't think y'all traded. Did y'all? I don't think y'all traded picks away. Did y'all trade picks away, or did y'all get picks? I don't. I don't think they traded picks away. And because of that, you may be in the lottery once again. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. Cooper Flag is playing some outstanding basketball, but you might be in the lottery again. You might be top five picks once again. Uh, the Wizards are going to be top pick too, but I don't know if they. I don't even know if they own their picks. I think they traded their picks to Atlanta for Trey Young. So I don't know what's going on with them, but hey, hey, listen, the conspiracy on that is that they wanted to own it. Is they building a casino in Dallas? You out there? You in Texas? Are they trying to build a casino in Dallas? If you confirm that they trying to build a casino, that's why they traded Luca. They trying to downgrade the team so they can get some money to get some town money to build this new casino in Dallas. Excuse me. So if that's the case, that's what they did. But I just now we're gonna go to tomorrow, right? Y'all know tomorrow we do the Raw recap. But I just found some interesting news. The interesting news, according to Sports Illustrated, is that Braun Breaker is out. He said they trying, but they keep denying the next vote. They trying to stop the vote for y'all getting somebody in that. Listen, I don't know about the economics. I mean, you already ain't got no state tax, so y'all might as well let these people build this and get some more business. Get some more. Get the economy rolling. You get That's probably gonna give y'all, I don't know, maybe 1,000 jobs, something to that extent. They build a hotel, it might be 15, 2,000 jobs. Listen, I don't listen, man. Jobs is at a premium. Every little dollar counts, and when you in a yeah, they said Braun Breaker. They said Braun Breaker is he had a hernia surgery, according to Sports Illustrated. That's my source, right? So you know if it hits Sports Illustrated, hey, I'm a wait. I didn't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it because if that's true, they are destroying. They destroying, or what you call it. The plan is to build the arena inside the casino. Good luck with that. So now, just look at you know. Now I'm gonna say this about this vision. The vision is about to be blind. Now, the key part of this, right? Because Sports Illustrated say he's gonna be out for a while. So obviously, if he just got the surgery, there's no way in hell he gonna be in no elimination chamber matches, right? Which means somebody's about to get a free pass, right? I don't think it's Jay because from my understanding, um, the Usos is gonna be facing Alpha Academy tomorrow for the belts. So it's not them. They won't be a part of the first round of the elimination chamber. They haven't announced who's in the elimination chamber qualifying match yet, right? I thought they would have done it. They didn't. I believe Rhea is going to be a part of the elimination chamber because she said something about it on Friday on SmackDown. So now it's going to be very, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. They probably put Gunther in it. They might put L.A. Knight, Javon Evans, and somebody else. I'm guessing because, like I said, they don't have a lineup yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Obafemi and some other guys in there. Excuse me, before they put in L.A. Knight. But now with this injury to Braun Breaker, now they're gonna have to do a whole new thing, right? Now you Gunther, Gunther, Gunther gonna be trying to kill somebody's dreams. Gunther might try. I think they're gonna put Gunther on Rey Mysterio or something. Try to get Rey Mysterio ass out of there. What is that? 25 years. So it's it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be interesting to say the least because, like I said, now that this it just opens up a whole new avenue of things. It really does, right? Will let's give a Obafemi a shot at the elimination? Will they put him in the elimination chamber match? Gunther Brock, I'm I'm I can't see the only way like I said the other day, the only way I can see that if Brock is getting ready to retire and he gonna allow that to happen. Because I swear, Brock is one of the most annoying people. He won't let that turn over. Like he won't let him win. Brock would rather Brock would rather fight Roman and let Roman get over. That's how much respect that he got for Roman. But if it if I maybe if it's the right, I don't even like saying this. If it's the right price, he might do it and let Gunther get over on him, so he can say I got the mighty. I made Brock tap out like a bitch. I can't see it the way I mean they. I ain't tripping, right? Maybe I know everybody think they got him looking like Brock, but I don't know if everybody remember how this is some Goldberg shit. Goldberg come out and just take people out 2 3 seconds, 10 seconds, and go back in the locker room, right? This is what it felt like to me, because even Brock had a difficult like first few he had a difficult first go around in the WWE. He had to deal with Kurt Angle. He had to deal with The Rock. I remember Stone Cold said, "I'm not turning this belt over to him." He quit. Stone Cold took the belt around and got suspended and all that. So, I don't think nobody's really, And then they're gonna have to, well, even with Obafemi, they're gonna have to put him up with somebody like. But we don't even know what he is. We don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. He's a heel or anything else. No, it's not that. I don't. But look at all the dudes with the muscles. They're not even winning. Look at Braun Breaker. He came out on fire. Now he look he on the shelf. Who else? Who else came out like anybody who had the muscles and things like that? They don't make it. They don't make that at all. So yeah, I don't like that either. I think that's I don't know, man. They trying to make it a I don't even know if he's from Africa. Yeah, and look how poor, but look how poor it was though. Atmosphere. You remember that, right? You know who else they had a champion around that time? Rey Mysterio. Remember that? Rey Mysterio beat Batista. Rey Mysterio beat a whole bunch of dudes. And like I said, it just looked crazy. Yeah, I need to do like an investigation behind that because I don't know if it's supposed to be a African folklore thing or y'all just making it a mockery. You cringe because you see it and you cringe because you hoping it's not a mockery, but that's why I gotta go ahead and look at that. Yeah, that chop was crazy, and then like they got that belt off him real quick though, didn't they? I forgot who they gave it. Who did they give it to? Did they give it to Undertaker? I forgot or was it Cena? One of those dudes, right? That's when they was at a low right there. JBL was who was it? I think it was JBL. Ryback. Yeah, and you see they got rid of him ASAP because he's supposed to be champ or some. They ain't even let him get that. Remember that realist? Kofi Mania. Yeah, he from South Africa. But every time they kept saying, "Yo, he's from South Africa," I'm like, so why is his name Kingston? Y'all talking about Booyaka Booyaka? Hey, that's why I said they was just disrespect. That's why I say I don't know if they trying to make a mockery of the countries, the continent. I don't know what they doing, but it's just like crazy. What was it? The kick of paradise? What the hell was that move? It's still a move, but I don't. They was tripping with that. But that's why, for all these, but that's gonna have to change, right? You know what I mean? That's gonna have to change because now I want to see what they do. They gotta I gotta see what they do with the Royce Keys guy, right? Because sooner or later they're gonna have to collide. They have to collide because you can't just make you can't make all the black guys good guys. Somebody gotta be a villain. Now they talking about Montez Ford. He came on NXT. He looked brolic and they shaped him up and he looking all diesel, all this other stuff. I'm like, y'all wilding. You know what I mean? But now on Raw, it's gonna have to change. It's gonna change all the big cards. You know what I mean? What they gonna do with the division now? They gonna let Austin Theory run it. Paul Heyman might bail on them and just go with Brock. This may give Brock the opportunity to stay just a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Because who knows? They might have been setting up Brock and Braun Breaker. America's for sale. Well, they owe so much money, they might as well put it on the blocks, right? They might as well sell a thing. You know what I'm saying? But so now we definitely got to tune into Monday. We have to tune in tomorrow because if that Sports Illustrated article is correct, if it's correct, something got to give. Something got to give. Is this the end of the vision? Will Seth Rollins come back and claim his spot? Got to sit back and see. It's just crazy that the speculation is out. Like I said, once I seen it on sports, you see things, cage, what is it, cage size seating or whatever the hell the other article is. But when it's on Sports Illustrated, I gotta pay attention to it. If it was on the New York Times, USA Today, I know they don't. You know what I mean? When I see it on that, they don't play with it. So I'm a roll with the article. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see. Dirty Dom back now? I don't know. We seen him with Liv the other day. So is he back for good? Is he back? Is he healthy? I don't know. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Because you know what the funny part is now, atmosphere. Every time an event goes off, right? Raw, SmackDown. If you catch like the 11:30 Sports Center, they talking about the WWE. I'm like, hell, now y'all saying this is a real thing now, right? Y'all was crucifying these people because y'all thought it was just sport entertainment. It was a joke. It was a mockery. It was all these things. Now y'all posting, well, this is what happened at Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns is going to the WrestleMania. I'm like, yeah, wow. And then they got them coming on shows. They got them going on First Take. They got them going on Get Up. They got them going on the Pat McAfee show. So, you know, I don't want to say it's breaking news, but yeah, they it's been a gold mine. The funny part was it was a gold mine 40 years ago. After like WrestleMania, the first one, right? With Hulk Hogan, Mr. T and them, right? Then they start to see Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan. Then they see these people selling out all of these shows and things like that. Silverdome, 90,000 in Detroit, uh, uh, 30,000 in the Garden, uh, and all these other spots that they going to. Right? They see all of this happening, and it's like, oh, okay, now it's been up there. Then they see the Monday Night Wars. Then they see, okay, Vince is still doing it. Then they see Stone Cold 316 said, I just whooped your ass, and now they making money off of that. Now they're up here today. John Cena being marketable for 25 years straight. The Rock still affiliated with the WWE. He making all these movies. A lot of these dudes. Batista. Shout out to Batista. He left. Now he in Marvel comic book shows or movies. Galaxy of the Guardian, Guardian of the Galaxy. That thing, right? You see Roman Reigns and Cody. They ain't a new Street Fighter that's about to come out. You see what I'm saying? All these dudes making his moves and things like that. So now they seeing the money been there. Now they want to ride it. He said that boy who Batista. You know what I'm saying? They even had the Miz in a movie. They had the Miz in the movie. I don't even know the name of that movie was. I forgot. Roddy Piper was in the movie back in the days. What was that movie? They Live with the sunglasses. People were seeing things. They seeing things through the sunglasses. Like, yo, these glasses made me think about, yo, you know what I saw? Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw They Live, I know 3D glasses was going out by that time. I'm like, I'm never wearing fucking 3D glasses no more. Cause yo, you ain't gonna have me tripping looking at things I don't want to see. Nah, I'm straight. They got the 3D. I'm like, nah, I ain't wearing no 3D glasses. You don't ask me to wear no. I don't. Look, they got some. They seeing things. They seeing bones and light skinned people, white people, whatever you want to call that. Because you know when they wear the glasses, they ain't had no skin. They look like skeletons. And those skeletons are white. So I'm like, yeah, shout out to Roddy. You know what I mean? So when these guys were doing all them movies, and now it's growing and growing and growing, like damn, we gotta capitalize. Then WWE they going with UFC. They all come TKO. They all getting all this money together. So what do you call that? Conglomerate, whatever the hell that word is. They super big. They big. They're supremacy. They're supremacy now. Now they got everything on one thing. So they got UFC on ESPN Plus now. They got WWE. All the PLEs is up there now. You only get to watch Saturday Night Main Event on Peacock if you get it. If you don't, you got to pay for that too. Like a hey, don't put nothing past these people no more. Listen, I know who don't think it's rigged. CM Punk. He thought it was easy. He thought it was easy. They whooped him out of there. Get out of here. Go back where you belong. You running. That's why Roman said, "Nigga, you've been ducking for 10 years. You was on vacation. You on the UFC, AEW. They got you out of AEW. That's crazy. He been floating around. That's why Roman said when they said you was coming back, who you think they asked? They asked me because I'm that guy. I'm the dude that's running this. I'm the dude that held this down. While you sitting there over there getting your teeth kicked in UFC and running around in AEW, being chased by MJF kicking you up out of there. I'm the dude that said, yeah, let him back in. Nah, listen. That's where that other guy came. What's the other dude that came from there? He recent. What's that dude name? The one that used to wrestle with Randy Orton, RK Bro. I forgot his name. That guy. He always look high. You like, bro. That dude. He came from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like these guys ain't tough. I mean, Brock even did some some UFC over there. So it's not like they're not strong enough to do it. It's just Matt Riddle. That's his name. Appreciate it. Yeah, Matt Riddle. He came from over there and did that. Jumped over here and then went. I don't know if he went back over there, but I know he came from there. And now, I mean, so you had him. You had Brock. You had what's the dude name? Ken Shamrock. His brother was over there too. This is what I'm saying. I'm going back. So if y'all know what I'm talking about, bear with me. But these are guys that went from the mixed martial Shinsuke Nakamura, like I'm saying, they jumping from there to there. See what I'm saying? So But now they putting it all together. So now that it's all together, Tozawa was over there. I ain't know that one. Tozawa, if Tozawa won tomorrow, ain't Tozawa tomorrow? Tozawa, yeah, tomorrow he the Alpha Academy. So if he wins this belt tomorrow, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I just don't know. Like I'm super excited to see what happens tomorrow because, like I said, this is a shakeup. If this, like I said, if this thing is true, it's a shakeup. It's a whole lot. Well, except for the Roman Punk thing, that ain't. I don't think. I think that's etched in stone. They're gonna go all the way through. They may allow Punk to fight at like the Elimination Chamber. How Drew McIntyre had to fight at Royal Rumble. Tajiri, Prez, what's up? Tajiri, yeah, Tajiri is. I think he. I think he just retired, or they try to put him in the Hall of Fame or something. Hall of Fame or some shit like that. Cesaro can beat half of the wrestlers. Yo, that's how somebody else was just like that. Who was just like that? But they were just talking about him. Cesaro was somebody else. But they like, um, yeah. But a lot of mixed martial arts dudes did come from there to here. Shout out to the Prez. You know what I mean? But not but y'all know this is and on Raw Tajiri, yeah, that bull that and it was crazy because not only was he a mixed martial, he was like a luchador, like he was high flying too. You know what I mean? He was like the Great Muda type thing. You know what I mean? Like hot, not really high flying, but those kicks in the and the maneuvers to get over and under things. That Tajiri he's one of those guys. We would consider them like a featherweight, like a La Parker or not Rey Mysterio. What's the other guy name? The Juventud Guerreros and all of those type of dudes, right? But without the mask, those type of dudes, they be flipping off the rope and hit you with the back elbow and doing the hurricane riders and all of that stuff. Those type of guys, and then trying to put you out with like a reverse figure four or something like that. Those dudes, because they submission holds were crazy, right? And a lot of the submission holds you get from UFC. I mean, not the figure. We ain't talking about the figure fours and stuff like that. We talk about the crossface and all of those type of things. You hemming the person up like that and putting them in those. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, man, I'm telling you, when WCW started that cruiserweight joint, because that's when you had because I don't think a lot of people remember, but Eddie Guerrero was one of those cruiserweights. It was always Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, Chavo Guerrero against La Parca, dudes like that. Nah, he coming back. Nah, I don't know if he gonna come back. I don't, yo, Prez. I don't know if he gonna come back every week, but I don't listen. He said, "Why do Jay kill Movie to uh, Chris Jericho was one of like he was in the middle. He wasn't a luchador, but he could do those luchador moves, and that's what I'm saying. When they started coming up in WCW, they was learning all of those moves, man. They kept yo. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. They kept the Monday Night Wars when it was going 3 hours like the WWE now. They started the 3 hour joints, Monday Nitro, stuff like that. They started that, and a lot of those guys was rocking right there. I told y'all when Kevin Nash and Scott Hall got over there, I tell you, I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. Rey Mysterio tried to jump on top of Kevin Dash caught that ball and threw him into the he threw him into the to the mobile home. He just threw him right to the I'm like, yo. And every time I see that, I'm like, yo, that's yo. I was like, oh my God. Every time when words say, yo, I want to throw a midget, I think about that all the time. When like, yo, he really threw that dude. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And this is where all the money started coming in too. Cause they all right, look, we trying to beat them. The WWF was kind of slow right there. They over there trying to do some fake gimmicks, a nation of domination and the Heart Foundation 4.0, and they got all the Heart Foundation people going like that's. Then they had that's when they had what's his name champ? What was his name? Sid Vicious was the champ. Then the Undertaker. This is like right before Yokozuna, right after Yokozuna got he left or whatever happened to him. Yeah, I think he died around that time. I'm not too sure, but don't quote me. But right after that, it was like a big lull before Stone Cold got over there. It became Stone Cold. He was the ringmaster, some shit like that. And he's like, I ain't being no damn ringmaster all this time, man. I need to be Austin. Yeah, and and that's they. I don't even think there's no. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. There's no need for him to come back. Yeah, the Jericho would put the wall and just lean back. And Jericho lean back, look like he gonna take the whole left leg off. But I don't think there's a need for Jericho to come back. What's he coming back for? Who's he gonna fight? Who could he possibly fight? Right? Because even as y'all know, I was saying, maybe the Hardy Boys will come back and fight the Usos as like the great ones. You know what I mean? Like a great match. Vince would have lost. What do you say? Vince would have lost the Monday Night Wars. If I don't think so. Because what was happening over there is we got to remember, Prez. This when they was doing some dumb stuff. They was laying down. Vince Russo told Jeff Jarrett to lay down and have Hulk Hogan pin him and all that other stupid stuff. Jericho versus. If Jericho come back for that though, for Gunther, that'd be a waste of time and money. I'm just saying. Now, if they paying him, hey, they paying him. But they was doing the most because everybody was joining the NWO at this time before Vince brought them. And if you realize it, until they did the invasion, they had to do the invasion first and then bring the NWO out. They like, we're gonna try to get these other dudes in there. That shit meant nothing because if you really think about it, the only people that really, really, really made it from the WCW was Booker T, um, Jericho, Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio. Yeah, the finger poke. Yeah, he just poked that one too. When Hogan poked Kevin Nash, he fell. That's just, that shit was just the box. That was just, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett came for. Jeff Jarrett left WWE first, but that he didn't even last over there. Right, that's what I'm saying. All of that stuff happened. When all of that stuff happened, man, they like, yo, this is some. And they were saying that they was upset because Hulk Hogan was writing things, and yeah, they had a nice little run, Malenko and Perry Saturn, but they didn't get the run that they were supposed to because they're like all of the luchador. Like I said, Raven had that was they had to make that hardcore thing for them, right? They made the hardcore division for those guys, Raven and David. Do you remember when David Arquette won the goddamn title over there? Come on, man. That's when they were starting to lose. But when Raven and them and Raven had the not that they wasn't act like they was like the misfits and some shit like that. And then like a lot of those people didn't even get the chance to make it over to WWE until the invasion. You know what I'm saying? And then at the invasion, they was all gone. Billy Kidman, Billy Kidman was one of those little quiet little. He wasn't a luchador. He was like a lightweight or something like that. A lot of those dudes, yeah. David, he over there, he over there chasing Courtney Cox and he winning belts. David Flair was a champion. Like y'all was tripping over there. Ric Flair's son. I'm like y'all. I'm like y'all killing the whole thing over there. And then Hogan was. I don't know if people know this, but Hulk Hogan was a story writer over there. So he writing shit. They like, yo, Hulk Hogan didn't want to lose the Sting. All type of crazy shit was going on over there. And because of that, they was just going crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he was like, eh, like I said, back then the cruiserweights, the cruiserweight and the luchadors, they was holding it down. The TV title, like there was reasons for watching WC. Like they had so many different titles. They had the US title, the TV title, the tag titles. No chicks, no females, no nothing. Just 3 hours. I'm telling you about the whole 90 minutes was luchadors and cruiserweights. You know what I mean? And that's what made them successful. Once they got rid of them, and this the Goldberg episode, then everybody he killing the whole NWO like he's Superman. And then he goes to they try to turn him NWO. Then they had Sting turn to NWO. The the greatest story that came out of WCW was Sting not coming over to WWE. He said, I'm wrestle here for like a hot second. I don't even want to do this. I'm loyal. And until this day, like Ric Flair said, yo, that's a guy that ECW was better. They was definitely more extreme than those dudes. He said, next time, little bro. But that's and that's what I'm saying. When people refuse to do the signature, the autograph, they be turning people off. You know what I mean? And then as soon as they get old, I want everybody to come out and let's do an autograph session now. I don't want to come out and see your ass now. You was 162 years old. All right, you should have saw me when you was hot and you was running through all these airports. Oh my God, there's Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, there's Andre the Giant. Oh my God, there's this one. I can't do it right now, brother. Go sit your head. Go see your prayer, eat your vitamins. You know what I mean? But but it was a lot of pressure on those guys too, man. Like you know what I mean? Like just think about all those people that lost their life that lost their life messing with that stuff, steroids and all the heart attacks and the drugs and stuff like that. It has to be hard, man, to be away from be away from your family and loved ones. I think they would, if I'm right and if my memory serves me correctly, they was gone like 300 days a year. They wasn't home for 65 days in a year. How do you just go home and pop a thing and go back out in them streets? I don't know how you can do that. That's why Ric Flair said, I'm never staying home. I'm on the road all the time. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of them lost their life. You had the Rick Rude. They said he was trying to get his thing together. Excuse me. Him, Mr. Perfect. Uh, it was so many that left so early. Uh, Roddy Piper was kind of young. Tess. Uh, Eddie Guerrero. Some of them took their own lives, not just Benoit. Benoit's situation was super crazy. Nah, that was crazy. I think Canyon took himself out. A couple of those WCW guys took themselves out. They couldn't handle the pressure. You know what I mean? It was just so many of them. Yeah, he's wilding. Listen, man. Ric Flair almost died a few years ago. Talking about he trying to go back in the ring. I'm like, man, if you don't go sit down, man, and try to enjoy the rest of your life, enjoy the rest of your life, man. Go watch your daughter be that chick. I know realists don't like her. He call her Miss Flat Booty. You know what I'm saying? But shit, they don't respected you enough. Yeah, that was crazy, man. And that's what I'm saying, man. You trying to keep the pressures of being that star. You know what I mean? Oldest ride, longest life. He did say that. Oh man, Jay Lethal. I don't know what Jay Lethal. I think Jay Lethal's in the Ring of Honor. He over there, but he is hilarious. But even with that, you keep him relevant. Kept Ric Flair relevant for a little bit, right? Man, don't start with me. Not too much on my Charlotte. Nah, I'm just saying. Realists think she just listen. Charlotte about to turn on Alexa Bliss. That's what's going to happen. Gunther gonna choke him out. I thought he almost killed AJ. I can see Gunther choking somebody out. He does that too much. Well, he might as well because he can't beat nobody young. He can't like if you really look at like all the. Well, I think the only one he beat was what's his name? Jay. Realist like Muscle A. He talking about Jordan Grace. Y'all talk about Jordan Grace. Yo, that Jordan Grace is gonna be fighting next week. They fighting for the belt. Jordan and Jade. I don't know, man. Jade. Man, look, I don't know. I don't know if it. I don't know. Jade. They trying to make Jade a powerhouse. I'm waiting for her to fight Lash Legend. To be honest with you, I need that match. But I know they ain't gonna give that to us. That's too many. That's too early. As a matter of fact, I think Jade and Lash and I are gonna be fighting Rhea and Io next Friday. So they might give I think Rhea might be in one of those she gonna be in the elimination chamber match for the females today or tomorrow I think. Like I said, I didn't see the skit. They didn't make no announcement of it yet, so I'm guessing. But she might be in that Monday and then go over there and fight Friday. But they so y'all think so let me ask y'all this then. Y'all say do y'all think Lash is a better wrestler than Jade? Because they pretty much do the same thing. He do got a dope realist. I agree with that one. She look fly. Man. But do y'all think that Lash she's a better wrestler than Jade right now? Do y'all think that? Because they took off of TV for a while. Yeah. So, okay. I'll go with that. Lash is more believable with the moves. Okay. Prez, you gotta start watching SmackDown, Prez. I don't know if you saw Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble, they made her look. They made her look like uh like Nia, like she was tossing everybody. She took the Bella twins out. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. But but the difference is right with Lash they kept They kept Lash in NXT for a while. My thing is if they felt that Jade wasn't ready, they should have put her in NXT for about a good year. They sent her up with Bianca, and then once that happened, I get that little hiatus she took. I guess she went back to the minor league. She didn't they didn't put her on TV, but she supposedly got better. I mean, she did show a little bit more when she came back from that quote unquote car accident or the car thing. But yeah, and because of that, they had to send her up there, and so she wasn't ready. So once she got injured, when Naomi supposedly took her out, and then she came back with a little bit of skills. Not, I mean, I want to say skills, but her movements was a little bit more besides the pump kick and all of that. Because Lash got the pump kick too, but Lash just does a little like Lash. They had Lash in NXT till they couldn't do nothing else with her. Like they like nothing. That's why I'm surprised they still got what's her name still down there, Jada Parker. But I guess they trying to leave some things for other people to come up. More cushion. He said more cushion. I better stop playing. Nah, I don't think she want to come back. Naomi came back. I think Naomi came back to be around Big Jim. You see what happened when she came back. She done popped that baby up in there. But then they did something with Naomi I never thought they would do. They gave her the belt. And she definitely earned that. And then when she got the belt and she was like that might have been the best thing that happened to Naomi in a long time. The fact that she became that caution woman, like we'll see with caution. That might have been because she like I don't know what she said to I don't know what she said. She like I don't know what you said, but you get to the back of the line. Naomi sold the hell out of that thing, and that's what happened. That's when you get the vets, right? When you get like no disrespect to like the Bellas, y'all sit y'all asses down. No disrespect to Natty, go sit your ass down. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. When y'all if y'all can pull some shit like Naomi pulled off, then y'all could come back then. Like even when Nikki Bella was it Nikki? Yeah, Nikki tried to be bad and jump on Stephanie Barker. They just said that shit was just for a momentary thing. They let Stephanie whoop on her like she was nothing. She goes, there's no need for you to even come back after that. So I hope they don't do that. Well, with Natty, she gonna fight the girl Maxine. Well, she gonna fight Maxine, and then she probably fight Becky. Yeah, and that's what they did with Big Jim. That's why I don't like to. I need them to lose the belt. Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I won't be surprised if they do lose the belt. The Usos, if they lose the belt, Jim could go sit down somewhere. If you notice, he ain't been at Raw for like a whole month because he over there with it. He on paternity leave. The old Bellas, they gonna sit on him, and well, I don't know. Gunther might be too serious. He might not even want that thing. He won't take two for one. Gunther said, "I want to kill your career. I want to kill him to JJ." Gunther too serious. He ain't got no fun in him at all. Gunther backed up. Yeah, well, when you look, I don't. Well, Natalia was all right, but they didn't do right by like they didn't allow her to. They just made her like a punching bag. Uh, Still don't know what happened. What's that girl name? Eva. I don't know what happened to her. But the only one, if you really think about it, you got the Bellas that made it, and then you got Natty was okay, and then you got Naomi. Those are the only three. Like those are the only four that made it from that whole group. I think they tried to put Naya in there for a quick second. Naya might. I think she came in at the end. I'm not sure she was there at the beginning, but Naya was okay. They tried to make Tamina something, but they made her look like Naya. Like, nah, she's Tamina. She's not Naya. And once y'all said there was too many Nayas on there, so you took some Tamina out. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's why that thing went the rut, because they didn't have all the talent. JoJo was too small. She became a ring announcer. Then she started messing with Bray. God bless the dead. Things like that. Yeah, they the attitude era. They didn't. I still run there. Atmosphere. I got, yeah. But Lita was out. Yo, Lita was everywhere. Lita said, "I'm leaving Matt. I'm coming back for Edge." Then Edge is like, "I ain't rocking with you. I'm gonna play with Vicky." But even those storylines were great. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was so many different things. It was so, like, now you can't even do nothing. They would try to cancel you for some shit like that now. So now they just making it a strictly wrestling thing. Like, even when they tried the CM Punk AJ versus Becky and what you call it, right? And then now they trying to do it with Selena Vega. Selena Vega on her way out the door. I'm sorry, I don't want to tell nobody that. Her, Vicky, shut up. Selena on her way out because they trying to keep her with her husband. And Candice LeRae, she need to go. She's not even capable of wrestling no more. So, you know what I mean? If you notice, they ain't put that real powerhouse couple together. Well, not the powerhouse couple. You see, Jimmy can't run with his wife. Montez can't run with his wife, but everybody else get to run together. But that's another story for another day. I ain't gonna pull that card out. That card, that I don't want to divide nothing. But I'm just saying, if you really look at it, only certain few people can get to do this. You know what I mean? AJ fight one fight. She ain't fought since then. Now why she come in there and talk about she won a title match? That's what she's supposed to have been for, Becky. Where's she been? She's hurt. I don't know what happened. She need a break. She just got there for one time. So I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Okay, you know what I mean? But it. I don't know. But I don't know if you heard, Prez, but Braun Breaker got hurt. So I don't think she's been a heel. Has she been a heel? I don't even know if she's been a heel. But I don't think they want her to be a heel. I don't even know if they want her to do that. So that would be interesting though. If she does, they probably wait for Jade to lose the belt and then something like that. I don't know. Because right now, I think, yeah, they got Jade. That's why Jade and Lash and Nia and them haven't fought yet. Because they all heels. And that was a thing. So what if she attacks Jade as a uh oh, Prez, you didn't hear what I said about Jordan Grace can't win that belt. They got rid of Jordan Grace so fast in the Rumble. That's why Trick they got rid of Trick that fast too. I said, nah, they said he ain't ready. They know he ain't ready. That's why the Obafemi thing is intriguing. Because I'm like, okay, y'all got him doing all of this and winning and okay, so when he gonna fight for a belt? And who he gonna fight for a belt? He gonna fight. Well, I don't know. I won't be surprised if they make Overfemi fight Punk on a Saturday night main event. If he fights for a Saturday night main event, he's not winning. I'm telling you that right now. Because y'all built him up for all that just for him to lose. They got him looking like, oh my God, what did they got him looking like Zeus? Y'all remember Zeus? What did they do? What did they do over Femi like Zeus? That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy if they did him like that. But I don't know, man. This, like I said, now like all this, all the speculations because Braun Breaker's out. Braun Breaker, he got a hernia. He had a herniated operation. That's what Sports Illustrated said. It wasn't me. And y'all know Sports Illustrated is official because Becky says so. They said I'm the best. Sports Illustrated said I'm the best. And now they said Braun Breaker's out. So we gonna have to figure all of this stuff out tomorrow. Cause like I said, I don't know how they gonna do this. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause y'all remember Zeus was all stiff walking to the ring, and then now they got this dude marching to the ring. Yes, she has. What are you talking about? She gonna? Oh, so you say she gonna win Friday? Cause they fight Friday. You think she gonna win Friday? Press. They said Friday is it. I think they holding that for Bianca. I think they want Bianca to come back on that, or at least Charlotte. She might lose it to Charlotte if Bianca don't come back. She'll probably lose it to Charlotte. I don't think she'll lose it to Jordan Grace. I think they did that enough with Lara and Stephanie. They came up and just automatically took them out. So that might be a little quick. Grace not ready for the title, and I don't think she'll ever get it. I know she ain't gonna win this Friday. I don't think she'll win. I think they'll rather drop it to Charlotte so she can look like John Cena. How many times she won the belt? It's like 14 times, 13 something. I forget how many numbers she did. But her numbers is up there. I think she'll lose to Charlotte, then Charlotte will probably lose to Bianca at SummerSlam. I just want to see what they do with Naomi when she come back. Will they make her a heel? Well, it's gonna be hard to make Naomi a heel because we fell in love with her after she had the baby. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. You know, what great Jordan Grace reminds me of right now, but she's just getting a better run. Ivy Niles. That's who she reminds me of. Ivy Niles. She's just getting a better run. She just got a better name because of her what was she at AEW? That run that made her name relevant. I've been following Grace since the right. You said before the Royals, but they gonna have her look like Ivy Niles. I'm telling you. Well, she looked like Ivy Niles, but just a little bit more popular. And then when they do the next flood of NXT girls, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, TNA, okay, TNA, Kalani Jordan, and those girls come up, it's gonna be a whole new thing. Cause I don't know what they're gonna do with Rhea. I have no clue. But Rhea she just a fan favorite right now, and they just gonna let her hold on to this belt a little bit longer. Well, maybe because I think they're gonna lose the Lash. I think Lash and Nia gonna hold the belt for a little bit because they don't have nothing to do with Nia, and then Lash. I don't think they want her to be an individual champion yet, so they might let her hold on to the tag team championship at WrestleMania or something like that, and make it make it relevant because I don't think they're going. Well, if they get to travel back and forth from Raw and SmackDown, so I don't know who'll do that. But they don't let Lash talk, so I don't know if Jordan. She's stiff as a doing promos. They all stiff. Jade just saying I'm that bitch. That shit ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard to put them up there, right? And that's why I said it. I mean, even though they made her look great at the Rumble, Nia, Lash, because Nia got eliminated early, and Nia was like she was there for a while. Like I said, I think she got the most eliminations out of the girls. And then once they get her on an individual basis, then they'll try to push her a little bit more. But right now, she's gonna run with as long as they do what they did, as long as they do better than what they did with Nia and Tiffany, I'm good. You know what I mean? Because who knows, she might win. She Money in the Bank is be come. Damn, before you know it, Money in the Bank be coming soon. Jade is just cute. Yeah, yeah, because they had Bianca and them trying to hold her down. They had Bianca trying to hold her down, and then, like I said, once that happened, you know. But I think Lash needs to, she needs a tag run to build her name up. Some people say she's overrated, and I'm like, y'all tripping. Even at the Rumble, they like she's overrated, but she throwing out five people at the same time. I agree. I agree that storyline, and then she got to go back and got some underhanded training. She get to go back to the lab and work on some a little bit more moves because she's not a mat technician. She's not none of those type of things. She never could be. She never will be. They just want her to be a powerhouse. So like even when Jordan looked like that shit just looked funny because she don't muscular trying to do all these little technical moves. Jay probably used to watch the runs. Yo, hey, listen, man. She's a great looking thing. I'm mad because they should have put her ass in Marvel. They should have made her Storm for real. Put her in Doomsday or some shit. No jiggle. No jiggle. So they should have put her in Doomsday. So that way, because they ain't gonna get that to Halle Berry. They should have gave it to Halle Berry. She ain't gonna kill nothing. They said, "Yo, I don't know. They might have well made her Storm. They talk about the storm is coming. They should have made her Storm." Let me talk about now. Who Willis like? No, he liked somebody else. Who was it? What up, though? My 33 brother. We over here talking about. We talking about who got the buns of steel. Prez over here stuff. Oh man, what up, though? But who is it? Realist, where you at? Who is it that you like, Realist? Oh my God, what's her name? It's not Charlotte. Oh my God. There you go. Who else was it, Realist, that you like? I forgot. It was somebody else that you was real fond of. It's not Charlotte. It was somebody Charlotte was fighting. I can't remember who it was to save my life. Oh man. Ah, I gotta go look at the archives, man. Will's like this one girl, she bad. Who was it? I know Willa said he'll fold one of them up. I forgot who it was. Yes, yeah. Oh my God, who was it? Yo, I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Alexa Bliss? I don't think it was Alexa Bliss. Uh, No, I don't think it was Liv. And Raquel, was it Raquel Rodriguez? Was it Raquel Realist? I forgot who it was. I think it was one of them Judgment Day girls. I don't think it's Roxanne. I think it's Roxanne. Not, I think it's Raquel. I don't think it's Roxanne. It's either Roxanne or Liv. But what of them real like, nah, that's my boo right there. I take it there. Yeah, live about to end Judgment Day by herself. She's like, I'm gonna get this belt. I don't know about you, Raquel. I'm about to. He said, "Real like it rough. You don't like it that rough." It might have been Bianca because it's been somebody that ain't been up there for a while. So it might be. It might be that. But I'm man, look. But like I said, they getting a lot of. They're getting a lot of cute girls coming up there. They're getting some very fine females coming up there. Okay, okay. Warren said he taking Miss Bliss over Liv. Liv looked like Harley from the Joker, and Miss Bliss was supposed to be Harley. I don't know how that works. Uh, I don't know who else. Mhm. Like I said, as long as nobody's saying somebody like Candice LeRae, I'm good. Oh God, if y'all say Candice LeRae or one, I'm like I ain't with y'all. Yeah, they kicked his ass out. They kicked him out. Finn Balor. I don't even. Yo, what happened to Finn Balor? Did we see him last week? I don't even know if we seen him last week. He's supposed to be bad. He ain't getting the rumble. Oh no, I think I think CM Punk gonna fight him soon. Supposedly, I don't know how he gonna fight him. He could have just fought the man already, but it is what it is. I want to see what they do with Dom because Dom got this belt. He ain't fought nobody in a minute. Which one? The championship? Nah, he can't get that title back, man. He can't get that back. He can't get that back. How you gonna get it back? Who you gonna beat? Who you gonna beat? He, I don't even think the way they got him looking. I don't think he could beat Logan Paul. And even though that won't even never be a match. I'm just saying that would listen. Finn gotta get his weight back up. He gotta start going out there. Well, that must mean JD McDonough's hurt because I ain't see JD in a minute. And that's why he still got the belt because he over. Then he go to the AAA, and then he goes win over there. He has the best gimmick. Who that? Finn Balor? Yeah, but you gotta. What's the right position? That's what I'm saying. Like they got him so under right now. He's mid card at best. Like if him and Dom fight, I think they'll. He said Eddie Jr. If him and Dom fight, I think they let Finn Balor win that belt, and then that'll probably dissolve the whole entire Judgment Day. So yeah, that's the way. You know what I mean? That'll be very interesting to see what they're gonna do with Finn Balor. But like I said, it's gonna be a whole interesting whole scenario. Period. A little bit. He act like him. Yeah, now he look like him now with that little stupid mustache and stuff like that. But it's gonna take a lot of. Hey, they made that storyline already. But they like I said, we listen. We gonna see if they writings up to Paul. If this Braun Breaker story is true, We gonna see how this go. It just fucked up a whole segment though, because now we'll never know who the dude is. Maybe they'll tell us who the dude is now because Braun Breaker's out, the masked man. I don't know. And then we know one thing: we know Seth ain't gonna get his money. He ain't gonna get his opportunity back to beat him because he gonna be out. He got a hernia. He got a hernia surgery or some shit like that. Bro got the dirty Sanchez. So that's gonna be great. Like I said, this tomorrow. Listen, y'all stay tuned tomorrow. I'm gonna see what I can get for y'all. I'm gonna try. Listen. I'm already in the cuts trying to get all the information in the world. That's what they need to do. But the fact now, you know what's funny, Perez, right? He got the surgery. I think he got it today. They let him come back that next week. Now, if it would have happened last week, it would have been a good story. But now y'all gonna make it seem like he was okay, unless y'all saying he's that superhuman that he fought the next week with a herniated disc and it was too much. He fought through the pain. Then they can do that, but we need to know who that masked man is. Was it Adam Pierce? Was it Logan Paul? Was it Austin Theory? I don't think it was Seth Rollins, but now they got to put it out there because if he's out, he's out. Unless they're going to, now they can't even do that if he did the surgery today. That's what I'm saying. They ruined that whole thing. If they knew he was going to get a surgery, you don't think so? You don't think he was hurt? You don't think that that's what we're gonna find out tomorrow? Because if they don't say anything, hey, we gonna see tomorrow. Yeah, but probably so. But that's why they could say that too. But it would have been a better story if the curve stomp would have whooped him out like that. You know what I'm saying? But because they made him come back and then he did that situation last Monday, and now they talking about he got a herniated surgery, a hernia surgery. I just want to see how they play that and how they going to do the division. And is the division over? Will they bring Brock in and Paul say, man, fuck yeah, I'm going with Brock? You know what I'm saying? That'll be a whole thing. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be intriguing. It's going to be very interesting to see how they do this tomorrow. And we'll find out, it's the same back time, 8 o'clock. We gonna hear what they talking about. Yeah. They said he got a hernia surgery. I just seen that about 3 hours ago. Like, Braun Breaker's out. Braun Breaker's out. What? You know, word. You know it's real, right? Because Sports Illustrated said it. They said Becky's the best because Sports Illustrated. Same thing. so, so yeah, they said he had a hernia surgery. So I'm just shocked. Like I said, if it's true, we'll find out tomorrow. He said Raheem. Get the name Raheem. Roman out here calling people by their real name, Phil. He like, yo, Phil, he's like 4 times taller than you. Oh man, wrestlers about to listen, but they get ready to start the what you call it anyway. So it may be best that he do sit down somewhere. They might have known this already. That's probably why they started, getting rid of him out of the championship rounds. Like the Rumble. That's probably why they put him second and made that story up. They might have known this already, but I know it now because, like I said, Sports Illustrated told me. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm gonna go with it. And if you type up Braun Breaker right now, they're gonna say Braun Breaker had surgery. Like, wait, what? That's why I said, I do the own little looks and information and stuff like that just to make sure that I ain't tripping. And that's what it said. So, we got all the way tomorrow. That zebra shit. I don't know. They don't need to do no more promos. Well, Roman might wrestle a couple of times and then, come back out, come back for Mania. I still think it's Braun though. I mean Brock. I think Brock going to win the Chamber. I think Brock is going to fight Cody. Cody going, even though Cody and what you call it got a triple threat, elimination chamber Friday. Him and Jacob, they're gonna find a way to get Cody that belt before Mania. I really believe that. So but it's we got a lot of work to do though, because like I said, we on that road, and we already know that Randy's the first participant for the men. And who won the women's match? I forgot. Oh, Tiffany won. Even in that, even in that match with Lash was doing all the work. Tiffany still won. Nah, he's losing that title. You crazy all outdoors. He gonna lose that title. Brock versus Gunther. That's possible. I can see that, Prez. Brock and Gunther at SummerSlam. But I think they want Brock at the Mania. Yeah, that's the only way I see that going. That's the only way he going. Now, will Brock let Gunther retire him? That'll be the question of all questions. Will he let him do it? If he let him do it, then yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, and they still talking about the Super Bowl. It's over. Oh no, they doing it's over. Hey, Ryan Clark, we ain't gonna see you for we gonna see you till like August. You on the pivot. Uh yeah, I can see that. No, I just think they just wanna build the name up. They just want the card to look good. So I guess Brock and Cody will be the only card that'll look good for them because they already got Punk and Roman. I don't know. Well, the way they did Randy's name ain't gonna ring bells. I don't believe. I'm trying to tell them I don't see Brock letting them do that. I don't see Brock doing that. Why not? They do it all the time. You heard what Roman said. They gave you the belt because you've been gone for 10 years. Brock said, I hit everything up too. You took a 10-year vacation. You talking about me part time? You 10 years missing. What the fuck you was at? He said Randy versus Raheem. Put the ones up. There you go. Put the ones up. Somebody said, nah, fuck that. Put the ones down. That man Roman said, man, at Mania, you going to acknowledge me. I like, damn, that was hard. That's what I'm saying. I think Friday they're gonna disqualify. They probably let Sammy. If I'm so sick of Sammy, Sammy is just like in the way. They is not gonna let him win that belt. But they'll probably let Sammy win that, and then uh, you the second person that said Brock and over. I think uh, that would be nice, but they making Jacob too vulnerable now. Remember nothing was bothering Jacob. Now all of a sudden you can push him. He lose a tooth. He out for months. They doing too much with the right. Jacob could pull a. He can do it. Question is, do they want him to do it? Like Jacob should have been fighting solo for the MFTs, but he said, "Fuck them MFT niggas. I ain't fuck with them niggas. I don't even know these niggas." So, matter of fact, don't the MFTs got the tag belt on SmackDown? They need to do something with that. They need to do something with that. We got Pyro, Jacob, and Raheem Rose. That'll be like an NXT run. I need that. I need somebody to do that. I need yeah. I need like a Javon. I need a Javon and Slater match again. That was a fire match for me. But it's not for a belt. So I just like I said, I like the action that they be doing. Give me one of those. I'm straight. Yeah, that nigga they broke his ass. He ain't talking about all gas and brakes. He broke the fuck down. All gas and no brakes with it. Yeah, I mean, that man said, I've been locked up, so what? Everybody know that. He wear that like a badge of honor. He wear that like, listen, I don't know how far they gonna go with this, man. But we the bottom line is this, fellas. Ladies, if you in the cuts listening. Matter of fact, commanders listening. They coming. The mania is coming. Like I said, so we just gotta stay tuned tomorrow to see what's going on. Here's pop up some moments. Yeah, that's Jacob is out. No, he's a better version of Solo. He's a like Solo. I don't even know how Solo got the authority to start talking. To be quite honest with you, he started talking. That shit just fucked him up. And then he won these little baby titles. Yeah, I think they had a better pump up for Solo because Solo got that prison joint. Solo was just sitting there quiet. It's a different breeze. I thought I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought they were gonna have Jacob come out with some Newports or some shit. I thought they were gonna put the whole ensemble on him. He come out with the Ronnie Lott Raider jersey on. I'm like, yo, he gonna put him on a pack of Newports and some Puma sweats. Oh, I don't know about that now. He just more agile. What do you mean, like the this Roman or the back in the day Roman? He just more agile. I thought that's how they bring him back though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought they ain't gonna bring him in like that. So I don't know, but we shall see. This is the beauty of these WWE shows. Oh, this Roman, yeah, he got this Roman beat. I don't even think this Roman's supposed to be even be fighting right now. I just I don't want to speak ill, and I don't want to wish that or speak that into existence. But a lot of that, I think they say he beating it, but that seat thing it takes a lot out of people. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he's still ringing bells, and if that is the case, is a remarkable thing. But I think they're gonna put this belt on him at Mania. Punk might be ready to go home. Punk be doing halfway shit. Talking about you been running around. You only running around now because they let you doing it right now because he was out. You came in ready to beat up Steph. You beat up Drew. Now you over here. You didn't even have the opportunity to take out Seth. MLW Jacob was straight hood smoking. I they'd have said nah. That'd have been too loud over here. The Newports would have been all right. All right, let me smoke. They'd have made him so he was the Black Sandman pretty much. That's what you're saying. Maybe Punk versus Gunther. I don't think Gunther want to fight nobody. Gunther want to fight old people that's ready to walk out the door. That's what I'm saying. He weird, and that suits him, right? Because we remember when he was fighting people like Tozawa and Otis when he had the belt. That was corny as hell. So that wouldn't surprise me. Wait till the Well, we still waiting on that Zilla. We was waiting on that Zilla train. They holding them hostage. Wherever he at, they holding him hostage. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be very interesting to see how. Like I said, we got this show coming on tomorrow. We don't know what's gonna happen. We know Punk is gonna say what he say. He gonna try to fib his way out of that lashing that he took from Roman the other day. We're gonna find that out. We're gonna find out who the first men participants in the chamber match is gonna be tomorrow. You know the Usos is fighting the Alpha Academy tomorrow. Uh, I forgot the other match, but we got some matches coming up uh, tomorrow, definitely. So we gonna sit back. We gonna watch that. Drew on Twitter. Yeah, he crazy with the Twitter fingers, but he wasn't crazy when Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest was in his face and he wanted to beat up on Sammy. Was it Sammy? Yeah, he wanted to beat up on Sammy. He looked like he wanted to throw midgets like word. That's what he wanted to do. But we gonna find all of this stuff out tomorrow. We gonna see if this Braun Breakers situation is a real thing or not, or they're gonna make or they giving out false information. We gonna find all of this stuff out tomorrow. Um, yeah, we're gonna find that out tomorrow. We're gonna see the women's side of the draw as Raw host their first elimination chamber matches as well. Uh, I don't. We probably see a Javon Evans match, or we'll probably see the original Grande Americano. Maybe so, but it's not even a bloodline thing no more. That's why Roman said, "I won't see y'all till Christmas." Roman's really trying to separate himself from that thing. They just trying to make that thing come back. They trying to. I think this is TKO trying to bring all this nonsense back because that's when they made all the money. That's why Roman said, we made this thing happen. So you can't get mad about that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be that. I think Jay going to get singles matches back because they about to lose this belt. I don't know if they'll lose tomorrow to the Alpha Academy, but I think they're gonna lose. The real America. That's what I'm saying. When you watch the trip, it's just so many different reactions when you go to all these different shows. AAA, NXT, Raw. It's gonna be all different reactions. So I don't know what's going on, but they getting ready to fight soon. But they're gonna start building this up for Mania. Everybody's not. All of this is building up towards Mania too. Oh, the dynasty. The dynasty is always gonna be there. The Usos. To be honest, the Uso was the dynasty before Roman because they was rocking way before Roman got there. They was winning. They was winning tag belts for a minute. They was winning before Roman even became the Shield, right? Fake. That's what I'm saying. There's so many different reactions to the Grande Americano. So they don't. That's why it's all intriguing. But all of this is going to build itself up. The fake one is going to fight the original one. They're going to build all this up for Mania. It's too many of them. But we definitely going to stay. We're going to stay tuned to all of these uh all of these matches that's about to come up. Yeah, they're going to stay. I see that coming too. Perez Mass versus Mass, the Grande Americanos. But we're gonna stay tuned with all of this. Um, the scores that we gave out tonight, of course, it was presented by the 9%. We're a better user, better us. Once again, congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for winning the Super Bowl tonight. 29, well, last night, 29-13. Uh, you know, well, we're gonna be back on this thing tomorrow night in about 22 hours, 11:30, right after, well, not right after Raw, but we're going to come back and have that conversation about who did what on Raw. And, it's gonna be a light sports week as the NBA is getting ready to shut down for the All-Star break. Uh, Football's over, so we ain't gonna have nothing to talk about but wrestling for a little bit. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody coming through. Atmosphere, Realist, my 33 brother, Commander. Uh, I forgot who else came. I didn't see too many people come through tonight. But for those that showed up, added to the conversation, we appreciate you. Until 22 hours from now, from the Channel 9 studio, this is Mr. 33 signing off. See y'all later tonight.